What's up, everybody at home? Welcome to our 15th episode of our podcast, Izinja, zeGame. As you know, this podcast wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for MTNFC. Shout out to MTNFC, and I'm your host. The name is Josta Dladla. Our guest for today is the one and only Aubrey Ngoma. Like I know a lot of people are saying, like, you know, they always mentioning the two biggest teams that you played for, but I'm gonna start with the smallest ones, right?
Yeah.
Smallest one. So I mean, this guy played for Cape Town City, played for Aces. Yeah, that's where I think you made your mark.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then now you went to Pirates. I think it wasn't that nice right there, you know. You went to Sundowns even worse. Yeah. Aubrey, what's up, my brother? Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Honored to be here, glad.
Yeah, thanks for. I know I called you in the last minutes. I call most of the boys in the last minutes, and they show up, and then enough respect for that. And thanks for coming and wanting to share your stories with all the people out there, Donna. So what you up to? What's happening? I see you got 2 girls. You're a family man. You're raising 2 girls, my brother. Like, what's up? I thought you were gonna have a son or something. What's going on?
For now, I think I'm good with the girls. I don't know. I got my first girl, and then, you know, seeing her grow up, and I was like, okay, it's not actually a bad thing to raise a girl. Obviously, you know, we have to see as she grows, you know, as they grow up, I think it's good that myself and the mom, we're still together, so she helps where she needs to, and of course we're a happy
Family man. Like, you know, they say like football players, they don't know how to be like, you know, fathers out there. Like, you know, how are you keeping up with that?
We're trying to change that stigma that, you know, footballers just live recklessly. They make kids everywhere and leave them, you know. So I'm one person. I grew up in a family, in a household where the mom and the dad were both present in the house. So I know how it feels to be in that space, in that situation, in that environment.
Yeah.
So I want to give that to my kids.
So are they playing soccer? What are they doing? Are they playing soccer, netball?
Most definitely, they'll never do any team sport.
What?
Any team sport.
So they don't love sports at all?
They do. My firstborn now loves swimming, which I'll gladly support. You know, she's already started with her swimming lessons. She can swim now. I can throw her in the pool. I'm comfortable. She can handle herself in the pool. Yeah. But as long as it's an individual sport, team sports. You know what I like about individual sports?
What?
Is that the players are the bosses.
Oh yeah.
They get to choose
who they want in the circle.
Yeah, who they want in the circle.
Yeah.
In a team sport, you've been in that space, you know. I don't have to.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say, like, you know, you had a bad experience in football that you don't even want your kids to be part of? No, what are you trying to say, bro? Like, well, you hate the game that much that you don't even want your kids to experience the abuse and probably the intense moments that you experience. So are you trying to protect them from that, or what is it about?
Yeah, I think per se to protect them from. You know, people see only on weekends what's happening, but behind the scenes, there's a lot that happens during the week. You know, there's a whole lot of things that take place during the week. I just feel like I'm not sure if my kids would want to be in that space, and I have been in that environment. So I think I'll do anything and everything to just, you know, get them away from.
But they got you for advice. I mean, you've experienced it. Whatever that is gonna come before them, you're gonna be like, okay, I've seen this before. This is how you gotta approach it. Don't you think it'll be much better for them? Because as a father that has experienced it before.
Yeah, it could be, but I just think I don't want them in that situation. I want them, if they wanna do sports, I'll tell them.
Tennis.
I prefer you to do any individual sport. Go play tennis. Go swim, go be a sprinter. There's a whole lot of individual sports you can do.
It's a mobile cast or something.
Just go be your own boss, basically.
When you lose, you don't blame anybody else but yourself.
Exactly. When you don't perform, it's on you.
Yeah, man. So let's rewind it back. Like, I mean, you come from a family, like you said, obviously a stable family. Mom and dad have always been there for you. But where's Aubrey from? Like, So obviously people know you just on the football pitch, but they don't know where Aubrey started. Where are you from, and where did this football thing start?
I am from Hammanskraal, a small township just outside of Pretoria, going towards Limpopo on the N1.
You half one foot in Limpopo, one foot in Pretoria.
Because funny enough, Hammanskraal has got, I think, 3 or 4 provinces within it. So there's Gauteng, the beginning of Hammanskraal when you come from this side, and there's other parts of Hammanskraal that fall under Northwest and Limpopo. Fortunately enough, I'm still in Gauteng.
In Gauteng. In fact, you in Limpopo.
No ways.
You're not from Gauteng, you're from Limpopo, Babas. Yeah?
Nah, Gauteng. I'm part of the Gauteng side of Hammanskraal. So that's where I grew up. That's where I started playing football for a team then that used to be called Bolton Wanderers.
It's no longer there.
It's no longer. It saddens me when I go home where the pitch, because the pitch was literally about 30 meters away from my house. So when now we grow up, people start having ideas. Now they remove that pitch, they put a park there. Now boys have to squeeze.
For real, so the football pitch is no longer there.
It's no longer there. Now it's a park that's deteriorating, And every time I go home, I'm like, if I showed someone this is where I played, they'd be like, "What? You played at the park where there's all these games and rides for kids?" I'm like, nah. So, but yeah, that's where I played football, and then I went to join the University of Pretoria.
Yeah.
When I was 15, I started playing there.
How did that happen? That's a distance, right? That's like an hour drive, bro. How did that even happen from that?
Yeah, that's a
very you gotta let me know. You stay in Limpopo, that's like 4 hours away. You gotta go to training. How often are you training most of the time there?
In where?
Tuks. Yeah.
Development, we trained 3 times a week.
3 times a week.
Yeah. So how it happened was, there's a guy at home. His name is John Apiri. So the guy was, he's like a family friend. He stayed like a few houses from my house. At that time, he was studying at University of Pretoria.
Oh.
So as he was studying there, he built relationships with the coach, because he was also a good player.
Yeah.
But he never got a chance to make it pro, because I think he was focused more in his education.
Studies, yeah.
So he told the coaches there that, you know what, there's a boy I know from home. I just want to bring him so you guys can have a look and see if maybe you like him or not. So the coaches they said, okay, bring him, but if it's possible, maybe bring 3 or 4, so we can have a look on all those boys. And fortunately enough, all 4 of us were taken. Some were playing under 15, some were playing under 16. So we went for trials. It was on a Tuesday, I remember. I always remember this story. I always tell my friends. We got to training, and the league had already started. So they had played about 4 or 5 games into the season. So we get to training. I was trialing at under 16. So I get to training, warm up, and I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, okay, I'm not used to this. It's grass now. I'm used to boat.
So you played the field that you played on at home, it was gravel.
Yeah, gravel.
Yeah,
gravel.
Okay, yeah.
So now training there, grass, warm up, and then the coach says 11v11. Where do you play? I am a left wing. Hey, I look at the right back I'm gonna play against. I'm like,
big.
I'm nervous.
How big was the boy?
No, it wasn't so big, but it was bigger than me, because I was very small at the time. Oh, so I get my first ball. I'm like, should I take him on? I am nervous. Get it. I played safe. The next one, I'm like, the coach can see if I'm good enough, if I just keep getting it and passing. I'm like, 1v1, when I drop a shoulder, let's go. I see the guy coming behind me. I'm like, okay, he's behind.
Yeah.
I finished him, put a cross. The guy misses. Go back, recover. Next ball, again, skin him, gone. Immediately after the session, I heard the coach says, please bring your documents tomorrow. We're signing you. We're registering you.
Just like that.
Even today, I thank that guy. Whenever I bump into him, I'm like,
Well, the guy that you were killing?
Yeah.
How you gonna thank that guy for killing him? Like, I'll be mad. I'll kick you all over the place.
I'm like, thanks, my brother.
This guy.
You gave me an opportunity to play for Tuks. If it wasn't for you, maybe if you were a bit harder, they wouldn't have seen my potential. So
you destroyed the guy
I did.
To get a position in the team. So what happened to the guy? Did he get promoted or what happened? Did he disappear after that?
I never played pro. We never played pro.
It's your fault. I blame you, bro. What happened to the other 4 guys that you went with, like, to trials with? Did they sign as well?
Yeah, they signed. The one signed with me under 16 and the other 2 were playing under 15.
Yeah.
But, as time went on, obviously, there's 1,000 kids. As the time goes on, others get swallowed.
Only the best will go up. Yeah.
And then those guys ended up falling behind. And from under 16, I played under 17. From under 17, then I got promoted to the Vodacom League. Now it's ABC League. Yeah. Vodacom League.
The coach was the one that's coaching
Stellenbosch.
The Stellies, right?
Yeah, he's the one that promoted me.
What's the guy's name?
Steve Barker.
Steve Barker. Like, working with that guy, like, how was it? Because I see this guy, he can identify talent from far, bro. Like, do you think what we see now is with the Stellies, is it like, by chance, or is just one of those
definitely
coaches
not by chance
to work with the youngins?
Yeah, he knows. He can spot talent from a young player. He knows how to see talent, especially in younger players. He likes to work with young players, and he's so fun and good to work with. Like his training sessions, you leave the session you're like, oh, that was a great session. You wanna go back to training the next day. That's how good he was with training sessions. He's so good that
I'm gonna ask you this. Do you think you'd make it if you had to coach Sundowns or Kaizer Chiefs or a team like Pirates? I don't know how he works with like most of these universities. Mm-hmm. Do they just give him everything to be like you are in charge?
Yes.
So
that's how he is.
Oh. So do you see him making it if he had to? Let's say for instance, he has to go coach Kaizer Chiefs or Pirates.
I think with these big teams, it's a bit difficult. I don't want to get too much into detail on what's happening, but with the universities I've seen at University of Pretoria, he was in charge of the recruitment. I think that makes it easier for him to say, okay, since I'm the coach, I'm in charge of who comes in and who leaves. I think that's why he's been successful in these institutions.
Do you remember your first professional game, bro?
Oof.
When you got promoted, okay, how did you end up signing for the Tuks first team? Like, your first contract. Remember your first professional game?
I remember it very well. I remember it vividly. But I also remember my first ABC Motsepe game where I was 17 that time. I'm running on the field. I come on as a sub. We play. Hey, I get a sharp knock here on my head. Boom. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Hey, off the ball incident. The guy just punched me while we were running. I'm like, but my guy, what's wrong? You should have heard how I was screaming. Because I'm thinking, but we don't even have the ball here. So what's going on? So now, okay, I make my debut. Okay, we play. But unfortunately, the team now gets relegated. That same season I got promoted, the team gets relegated to Castle. Now the following season I have to play Castle. Okay, we played Castle from the start of the season. So I played Castle from I think the season started in September. What got me promoted to the first team from Castle is that I think I was hot because I think we had played about 15 games and I had scored, I think, about 9 or 10 goals. And then the coach invited me to train with the first team in December because the head coach that time was Steve Barker. And that's when...
As a 17-year-old?
Yeah. And that's when the teams were... the streams were still 8. It was 8 teams, inland stream and coastal stream.
Oh, I remember that. That was a difficult thing, right?
Difficult,
you had to play a lot of games to qualify. Yeah?
And then, boom, now the window opens in January. I signed my first contract. First, I signed 6 months with a 2-year option. So basically, it's to see if I'm ready or I need to go back to Castle.
So you basically like you were like 6 months on trial.
Yeah.
They wanted to see if you're gonna make it
if I'm
or not.
ready. Yes.
That's how they work. Like it tax. Like that's a system that they used to use back in the days.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's also for their security in case they sign a player that they don't feel.
Yeah.
Now if they have to release him, he's still contracted. Of course, they have to pay some money. So I think they were avoiding that, and especially because I was from the academy, so they wouldn't want to be paying a player that they developed. So for them it was a chance of let's have a look. But then if it doesn't work out, we can still send him back into the
system.
In our system.
But then did you get a scholarship? Like did the contract come up with the scholarship like at school?
I did.
And then varsity.
Yes.
You were in matric by then when you were playing.
Yes.
At the second division. Right?
Yes, I signed my first contract when I was doing my matric. The matric year. Yeah.
So from there you knew that you were gonna get into the system. Obviously go to varsity from.
Yes, and they were ready to pay for everything because even my school. They paid for my matric. I was in their school because they've got a school there.
Yeah. So, I've heard about it. A lot of people don't know that. Like,
they've got a very good school, that accommodates training sessions in the morning and in the afternoon. So those boys, like you are given the tools, you are given the opportunity to make it in your sporting code because they accommodate all kinds of sports. There's golfers, there's swimmers, there's tennis players, table tennis, all those kind of sports. So they accommodate that because the school starts later. I think the school starts around 9:30 now or 9. Back then we used to start, I think, 9:45.
So the school. So like by 6 o'clock you're already training,
6 o'clock
doing weights,
training
doing all these type of things.
There's days where you go to gym, pick up weights, and there's days where you get on the field. But we hated this time of the year because now
it's winter,
when you get there, my friend, your toes, the freezing.
Dude, like up until you go to Europe, then you'd understand. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, when you see in Europe, you're like, okay, this is nothing, Amos. These people do it throughout the year. This is the conditions they train in.
And who was in that team like that you can remember that ended up making it big like you? Like who?
When I joined, I found George Maluleka there. I found the late Dumisani Masilela.
Yeah. George is from there?
Yeah.
George, I didn't know.
I trained with George early in the morning. When I got promoted that same season, he had left the beginning of the season to join Super Sports. So he went to Super Sports in July, and then the following year in January, that's when I got promoted.
Yeah. So that's when he ended up Cape Town. So I thought he was from like Ajax.
No. He went to Super Sports, and from Super Sports he went to Ajax.
That makes sense.
And he was a striker, that George was a striker.
That made sense. That boy used to hit the ball like that. So he was a striker.
Yeah, George was a striker.
No ways.
I think they converted him to a midfield at Ajax for Pedihan. Yeah, that's when put him in the midfield.
Like no, you're too small for
being
a
striker.
I
think that's what they thought. You're too small.
Oh, that's why he was scoring so many. I didn't know. Like it's news to me. Like for real though.
Yeah, but they were good. Him and the late Dumi as strikers.
Yeah.
But they played together as strikers. They were very good. We used to watch them because they were like our mates. So they had already turned pro and we were still playing in the lower division. So we used to watch them. They were very good, lethal. I think there was a season where one scored 10 and one scored 9 goals. When it was Mvela Panda, the season. Remember when
they just changed those names a lot of times, right?
Yeah,
I think the longest name that has been there is Mutsepe.
Yeah, because I think Mvela lasted a year or two.
Yeah. Like so, bro. Like I mean, so then the team gets. When did it get promoted? When the team got promoted into the PSL, were you still part of the?
Yeah, I'd played NFD that time. I think for 4 years. Because I got promoted in 2008 and the team got promoted 2012.
So you're 21 at then? 21, 20?
Yeah. 21, 22, I think, when the team got promoted.
How was that, bro?
My first NFD game when I got promoted, I played against Musasa. Remember that Musasa used to wear
The gloves.
white gloves?
Yeah.
My friend, when I was growing up, I used to support Pirates. I used to watch that man kick people there. Now I come on as a sub. I'm a young boy, 18 years old. I have to play against Musasa. Come on as a sub, last 30 minutes, we lose 1-0. But I think I had a fair game because even the coach told me, yeah, I like your introduction, you were brave, you were courageous, you tried to take him on, you combined, you didn't lose a lot of balls. So from there on, then I gained confidence. And, it's nice when the coach believes in you because I felt Coach Barker believed in me that time.
So now you get a move to go to Aces, bro. How did that move? Like, obviously everybody moved before you. Like now when you were left behind, how did the move come about then?
So during that time when I stayed, now we get to the point where we promote the team with, I think that's when the streams were joined. Now it was 16 teams.
Yeah.
We promote the team in 2012. We win the league in 2012. We get promoted. And then I signed with Pirates. From promoting the team, I signed with Pirates. How the deal came about, I don't know. I just heard, hey, my friend. Pirates are after you. And that time, my contract with AmaTuks is finishing.
Oh.
So I signed with Pirates. I signed 3 years with Pirates.
Yeah.
And then when I get there, the coach is Augusto Palacios. I don't know.
Whoa. Oh, okay. So you get there, this guy doesn't know you.
Yeah. It's like,
who are you?
This one is not working for me. Now I'm like, okay. It's bad because now I joined Pirates thinking, of course, when I grew up, I supported Pirates and I was like, this is my dream move. I've always wanted to play for Pirates, coming from Amaskral. This is big for me. And then I get there, now the coach doesn't like me. Now what now? Because
after how long were you there for? Like, so obviously you had to adjust train and they must get used
after
to you.
After 3 weeks.
You realize, you're not out of favor here.
Yeah, I realize I'm there at the bottom because you must know I come in. These guys had just won back-to-back treble.
Oh, that's a treble team.
Dane is there. I can't remember who else is there.
On your position, let's say on that left position, like who was there?
Dane with experience. He played for Super Sport.
There was no way.
Dane had won 5 leagues in a row that time.
Super Sport and then now with Pirates.
And then with Pirates. Now I come in, I have to take this guy out. But I was confident enough. But because now the coach doesn't know who I am, it's like, nah.
No, you're not gonna bench him. Like, this is a guy that's he's a trusted guy. Well established, trusted. He's done it for so many years. The only time you're gonna play, that's when he's injured.
He's injured or suspended.
Yeah, suspended. Yeah, but also maybe there's somebody before you.
Exactly, there could be someone. I can't remember who else. Yeah, I think there was someone else.
You were like a third choice.
I was like a third choice. So now the coach is like, nah. And at Pirates, when you get to preseason, there's a whole lot of you. But now there's a few that have to go out on loan. Now, I left AmaTuks now. I didn't talk to them when I was leaving. Now it's bad. Now, if there's any team I have to go on loan to,
that's
where I feel
where you come from.
Exactly, where I feel I can play, it's AmaTuks. Now I have to try and mend the relationship because I left without the coach's knowledge and the coach wanted to keep me and sign.
Hold up, when you got signed, I thought maybe you got the blessings from the coach. So you signed, your agent. What's going on here? Like, how did you sign with Pirates without him knowing?
Because the
contract was
done. So now, coach had told me that he'd be happy to keep me because he knows the type of player he's.
Yeah.
Now I am leaving. Now I have to come back.
Aubrey, come on,
3 weeks later.
Who was your agent? So your agent messed you up. Think about it.
Per se, yes. I think, because I was also young.
Yeah.
And
I like what you're saying, yeah.
The excitement of joining Pirates, but not really thinking and processing the whole thing, how it's going to go. because
burn your bridges.
excitement, yeah, Pirates.
That's why they always say never burn your bridges.
Exactly.
Every time, like, just leave a place.
Exactly.
Really sharp.
Leave-
So that when things don't go out that side, you can go
You
back.
can always go back.
But you were young, you didn't understand it.
I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And till this day, I thank Steve Barker for actually taking me back on loan. Because can you imagine now? You promote the team, you have a chance to play in the same division. Now you leave without the coach's knowledge. When coach actually wanted to keep you, now you leave. Now you have to come back. And the coach is like, no, why you want to come back? I've already got my
team,
squad.
yeah.
Sorted.
You're on a 3-year contract that side.
Imagine.
So how are you going back there? You're going back on loan.
On loan, yes.
So they're willing to say, okay, go back to where you want to go back to.
Yeah. That time they say, you have options. Go. I can't remember which other two teams, but I was like, no, there's no chance I'm going to the other two teams.
Rather go back to the
I'm
people
going
that I
back
know.
to where they know me. I know I can play there.
Yeah.
And I get there, they've already signed 2 wingers. They've signed Speke Manamel. They've signed Ayanda Lubelo. I'm not sure if you still remember him. Ayanda Lubelo.
Yeah, these boys, I'll be lying to you. Like, most of these boys, I don't know. So
Yeah.
how good were they compared to you? Like, were they like really good wingers?
Yeah, they were very good wingers. They were very good wingers. So now I have to ask Steve to go back, which even today I'm still thankful and grateful that he actually welcomed me back, because I remember when I went back to side, he called me the prodigal son because I had left and came back, and he
Oh, snap, yeah.
says, yeah, I had to even apologize to him because I felt, I needed to do it just so we can have
Start on a clean sheet.
start on a clean sheet.
Yeah.
And then I come back, first 3 games, bench.
yeah. Like, just for control.
Yeah.
Just for control, right, Donna? Like, I know you, but
you,
chill.
There's people I was doing preseason with.
Yeah.
You just came back. I think I just came back a week before the first game. Like, nah, chill, sit there. Now, I can't remember the 3 games. I'm sitting on the bench, and then we go to the 4th game. We play Swallows away, playing against Rudy Isaacs. Big giant.
Yeah. Big boy. Yeah. Robust as well.
Yeah. That's my first PSL game. I remember it vividly. After that game, we won 3-2.
Did you start?
Yeah, I
You started the
started.
game. So they
Played
benched-
90 minutes.
No ways. Okay, nice.
Played 90 minutes first game.
Yeah.
Created even a goal in that game. But after the game, my friend, there were cuts and bruises. I was like, yeah, no.
That's what it is. I mean, I played for a team that was traditionally players needed to be cut up, bandages, like mud on your t-shirt and whatever. If you come out clean, they're gonna look at you like, hey, when I start trial up line,
What were you doing?
Yeah, so vets back then. So that's most back in the days, the old players used to be like that. Come out like that and show that you really like you're giving your all. So yeah, I mean, welcome to the PSL.
Yeah, they welcomed me very well because I remember after the game, there were bruises, there were cuts. And I survived that 90 minutes and I was like, okay, yeah, now I'm ready to play. Now I've arrived in the big league. So I played that season. I played it. From that game, I started all the games.
Nice.
From that game,
Yeah.
started all the games.
So-
And most of them I played 90 minutes. Maybe 1 or 2 I'll come off where the coach says, no, now I've...
So you were just assisting just on that drive.
Assisting,
So
scoring.
basically you knew your job is just to assist.
Yeah, assist, score. Because we had Mameni Young that
Oh,
time
the
as
big-
a striker.
big man, yeah.
And we had Bongani Zungu. He was playing as a number 10.
No, dude, like what?
That's the season.
So tax and feto, bongano tswara.
Tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
When
know.
Sundowns signed Bongani, they saw him from Tax.
No ways. Okay.
And he joined us that season. And I think he played only that season and then joined Sundowns.
Oh, okay. So now you obviously on loan, you still have a contract that side. You want to impress them this side, you want to go back there to Paris, right? That's the whole point.
Yes. Luckily, the season goes well where I think I scored 8 goals that season and I had about 9 or 10 assists.
Assists, yeah.
So now the numbers are talking now. Okay.
Season ends like
Season
what?
ends.
Yeah.
I say, Coach, thank you. And he says, we thank you for your service. You continued from where you left off before you left us. You had a good season. We wish you well. I go
In a proper way now.
Yeah, now in a proper way.
Yeah.
Now I go back to Pirates. That season, when I joined, the coach was Roger.
Yeah.
And Roger says, yeah, no, I've seen your games. And I told the management that we should keep you. I want to use you. But now Dane is still there. The experience of Dane is
No
still
way you're going to
there.
play, bro. Dane could play 5 seasons in a row.
Exactly.
Wednesday, Saturday. He wasn't
Non-stop.
Yeah.
I come from playing 27 games plus cup games.
Yeah.
And then I go to play 10 games. I wasn't happy with it. Especially where I think the annoying part was when I can't remember who we played. I think we played Arrows at Orlando. I had a top game. Where I'm just delivering balls. Guys are not scoring, so I can't have assists, but I'm creating chances. The next game, guess who we play?
Who you play?
Chiefs. Dane was injured.
Yeah.
He came back. He still sat on the bench when we played Arrows.
Yeah,
I had a good game.
Yeah, they're not sure about you. They're like, just sit there. We're not sure about this young man. Be there. But
Be there.
Be there, yeah.
Now, I just had a good game. Now we're playing Chiefs next game.
What happens?
Of course, they say, hey, this one is a big game. We're not sure. Now Dane starts. I'm on the bench.
What does that do to you, dog? Like, people don't understand it. Like, now and there's a lot of players now in South Africa that was signed for, you're doing so well for, let's say, AmaTuks, or let's say, Stellenbosch.
Mm.
And then they sign you, for Sundowns signs you. You competing, same position as Zwane.
Mm.
Like, what does that do to you when you sign? The money's better than where you come from.
Definitely.
Right? It's a big team.
It's a big team.
Now you get there, you're getting all that money. Now Zwane is quality, you can't bench him. What does that do to you? After 6 months, you're just sitting on a bench, you're watching other people playing playing in that game, and you always sitting out.
I think people don't understand the mental side of football when you're not playing, because you must understand, football is all we know. Football is what keeps us away from trouble. Football is what makes us happy. Can you imagine now sitting 6 months without playing, just training, just all you do is train. You maybe now and then you're in the squad,
just sitting on a bench there.
That it's the same as basically just staying home, because you're on the bench, you're thinking you're gonna come on, then you don't come on. For 6 months, I just feel that's a lot for a player to sit on the bench and not.
But you're getting the money though. You're no longer getting the 10,000. Now you're getting the 100,000.
That's what people say. They don't understand.
You're getting the money. Why are you complaining?
It's not all about money. You're getting the money, yes, but you want to get the money working for it, earning it. You want to play. You want to get on the field and play, because that's all you've known as a young kid growing up. You've only known football, and football is that 90 minutes on the field where it's competitive, not friendlies, not training, but getting on the field and doing what you love. So if that's deprived of you,
the money is not good enough.
I don't think money can replace that.
So why would you give the young ones advice? Like, for me, if I'm an agent, I'll be like, you're gonna sign there, you'll get your 200,000, but your career might be over in 2 years, in 2 seasons. That's what I would advise them. Why would you advise the young ones not to make the same? What would you say to them if they had to make the same?
I'd definitely say, if you want to join these teams where, of course, you're not guaranteed to play every month, every game, be prepared to suffer and go through difficult and horrible moments, because that's what's going to happen. It is going to happen.
Yeah.
And when it happens, at least be ready for it, because you don't want to get through that stage where now, you collapse. Now
you feel worthless. You feel like you're not good enough anymore, because that's what happens.
Because I promise you question your ability when that happens.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
Am I really good enough to be here, or I'm not? But when you're at training, you actually see that you actually are good enough, because you compete at training. You train very well. but you're just not getting into the team.
So most of the so you agree with me that most of the people is not about what the chances of them playing. It's all about it's the money that brings them to those teams, but not thinking that they really have a chance to play. So you agree with me on that?
A lot of the times, yeah. You look at the money like, okay, there's a big upgrade. There's financial stability is there, and then when you get in there, you realize, what the have I done?
We going back to your situation. You end up like getting loaned to Aces, bro. Like how did that happen now? So obviously you signed 3 years of Pirates, went back to Tuks. Now you back with Pirates, played 10 games. How did the Tuks
and then
thing come up?
The Black Aces move.
Yeah.
I think they gave me options to say that time. The late Clive Barker was the coach at Aces. They gave me options. You have this team and this team to go out on loan, and they mentioned teams that are far.
So they're choosing for you. Pirates chooses for you.
Yeah, they give you options. They say, okay, these and these and these are the options. They tell your agent, these are your options. Where would you like to go?
No.
And that time, I would kill to go back to Tuks, but they say, my friend, you're not going back to Tuks.
So they cut. So that one they were like, no, you're not going back.
You are not going back to Tuks. I think the reason they didn't want nothing to do with Tuks. It was because I think they wanted a player from Tuks at that time.
Oh.
And the player went to a different team. I think he went to Chiefs or he went to Sundowns.
So they felt betrayed and more like, betrayed. Nothing to do with it.
Okay, yeah.
So that happens.
Okay. Yeah. They're like, okay, no, my friend, there, forget. You have option. I think it was Black Aces, and I was like, okay, Black Aces. They're like, yeah, they are based in Joburg. They train here, but they play their games away. I'm like, okay, no, I can settle for that.
Yeah,
that's fine. That can work for me as long as I'm still in Gauteng.
Yeah.
Then I join Aces. Then I have a good season. I think at Aces I had a good season because I come from a season where I played 10 games. Now I must go now to Aces where I find also a lot of experienced players. I played with.
Who's paying your salary? Pirates
time,
or is it if you like you going to Aces? Who's paying your salary? Is it Aces or Pirates?
That time is paying my salary.
Yeah. So you made it. It ended up being a permanent move
after that season. Yeah, because that when I joined, Ndoro was still there.
Who else was there?
Mbesuma was there. I played with a lot of experience.
Oh, no ways.
OJ Mabizela was there.
Oh, no ways.
Onyekachi Okonko was there.
What?
Pax Kobola was there. So there were a lot of experienced guys.
So Zwane already left. He's already gone to
Sundowns.
Okay.
So they needed a bit of youngsters, energy.
Bit of flavor.
Because, the experience can carry them, but, the energy-wise, they needed a bit of young players. So I joined.
You got the great coach as well. You got
see if there's one of the best coaches I've played with in terms of a coach that gives you confidence, it's the late Clive Barker. So I guess I do well with the Barkers. And then now, the two chairmen, the Mofu brothers, are happy with my contribution to the team because I joined in and I think we finished 12th that season, where it was like a roller coaster. It was a season of we win a few, then we draw, we lose.
Yeah.
But the season, the team finished
survived in the league.
Survived. Yeah. Okay. Now they say we want you permanent because Pirates wanted Ndoro. Say okay, now swap deal. You go the other way. I'm
this
like,
guy's coming up with so many. Like, I think I'm gonna sell news. You got so much in Dabas and Tuanas. Like what?
Then
that's how Ndoro ended up at Pirates.
Yeah, Ndoro ended up at Pirates because I was a Pirates player and I had played one season with Black Aces and they were happy. They wanted to keep me, so it was a loan deal.
Now you left with one season with Pirates and they want this guy.
Yeah,
they
want this guy.
You can keep him.
Yeah, keep him there. And I was happy. I was like, okay, I got my chance to be at Pirates. That season when I was there, we went to 2 finals. We lost both of them. But I was like, okay, I got to the final with my childhood club.
Yeah.
I've ticked that box. Now it's a new chapter. Let me move on.
Aubrey, let me ask you, same salary that you got? So like, now when you go on loan, that's what I'm trying to understand this.
Yeah.
Pirates loans you to Tuks. Is it the same salary or it's a salary cut?
It's the same salary, but a lot of the times, if the club you go into on loan feels you're earning a lot of money, then the team that loans you out, they negotiate. Maybe they meet each other halfway to say,
50-50.
okay, yeah, 50-50, cover this percentage, we cover this percentage. Because this is still our player, but we just want him to go out and get more game time.
Same happened that side.
Yeah.
Like when you went to Aces, it was 50-50. Or
No,
Aces
covered everything. Where it was 50-50, it was Tuks.
Yeah.
Because now you must understand, I moved from NFD where I was earning small.
Yeah.
Now I have to go to Pirates. I earn big. Now when I come back, they're like, we can't afford this much.
Yeah.
So, and then they negotiated with Pirates to go 50-50. So they say you can go, you have our blessings, go join Aces. And I said, okay, no problem. I've played there. I know already what's happening. The bosses like me, so I'm good. But now, at Aces, they bring in a new coach now. Mushin comes in now.
Oh, whoa. You worked with Mushin. Yo. How was that experience, bro?
See,
How was that experience?
He's a very good coach, ne? Tactics spot on.
Yeah.
Like whatever he tells you, trust me, if he tells you something that might happen in a game, chances are it's going to happen. So you better be prepared, because if it happens and he told you, you are in trouble.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, you are dead. So he was a good coach. I enjoyed working under Mushin because he also liked working with a lot of kids at the time at Aces.
Yeah.
And we had a very good squad. He introduced me to a different type of football that I'm not, because he played.
That guy's crazy,
He
bro.
played
Like how
3-5-2.
Yeah.
Where else I've never ever in my life played a 3-5-2. So I had to play
Italian way of playing.
Yeah,
bro.
I had to play wing back and opposite, because I'm left-footed. I had to play on the right.
Bro, you've never defended in your life. Now the coach comes in.
Yeah.
The 3-5-2 as a winger, as a right winger, as a left winger or right winger, you have to be good in defense and attack.
Exactly.
Like, how did that go with you? Like what? Yo.
I think what helped me is my season at Tuks, my PSL season at Tuks, we had both our left backs injured. So I played 5 games during that season as a left back.
Oh, okay. So you got a feeling of it.
I got a feeling, yeah. The coach, the way Coach Steve trusted me, he came to me and spoke to me and said, we know you don't like playing at the back, but we just feel you the right candidate to help us in that position until we get our left backs fully fit.
Yeah.
Which I said, okay. And I played one of the games there against Chiefs at Loftus. I played
playing as a right winger.
Shaba.
Yeah, that's when Shaba. But that was easier because then Shaba was never gonna go around you.
He was never gonna try to take me on.
He was
on
gonna
the
always
outside.
cut
He
in,
was gonna
right?
cut in. When he cuts in, I tell my midfielders, guys, come close.
Of course, yeah. That was Shaba, like how you used to play.
Yeah,
It's
so
like,
so it was much easier. Imagine if I had a close
No,
Hulela.
you ain't.
Yeah, now I would have.
But you had
been
the
in
pace,
trouble.
though.
Yeah, I had the pace.
Yeah.
But I think the coach believed that I could play left back because I could understand. I was one of the players that understood the game better.
Oh,
So he trusted that I would know what to do in different situations. So that's why he played. And he played me there, those 5 games. He didn't even want me to go back and play out. I ended up having to say, but coach, please, the guys are back. They're sitting here on the bench, now I'm playing left back.
Were you surprised that you did well? Like, because there's a lot of players that can only do one position.
I was actually surprised that I could actually play left back.
It's
and
amazing,
I think the first game, I can't remember the first game, but playing the second game was Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I played well against Chiefs, and that gave me confidence that I can actually play left back.
Because
I mean,
yeah,
I just marked Shabalala.
Yeah.
I marked him tight there. Yeah. It didn't cause too many problems because I can't remember how we played. If we beat them or we drew it.
There's no way that you guys beat Chiefs, bro. Not back then.
Yeah, but
maybe now, but back then, no.
We beat them. You don't remember when we beat them?
No, you cheated.
That thing.
No, you cheated.
It was when I played Chaba, it was at FNB because it was their home game. Our home game, we took it to Nelspruit where we beat them 1-0 to qualify for top 8.
Is that when you guys cheated with the whistle? It was a cheat.
No. That one was
something else.
Way back.
Yeah. So you guys always like had favors and all those type of
Chiefs
things.
we beat the fans.
Wow, no, that's a lie. Maybe now, back then they couldn't.
I enjoyed beating Chiefs.
So tell us the 35-2, like how did that like go? Like with machine came through like the 35-2.
If you ask,
he was a crazy coach to work under because everything was in detail.
Yeah,
details, and like he wanted you to play perfection. So if you did anything else, you are done.
You are done. He can take you out now.
Yeah,
He doesn't mind taking you. He can put you on now. You go in, you do rubbish. He takes you out.
So he played more. A lot of people don't understand that how he set up the team. It was more like a basketball type of coach.
Yeah,
the ball must come here to there. You move like that. You move there. You go in and do your thing. Tell the people. Like people don't understand how crazy that guy was tactically.
He was, you see, tactically, he's one of the strict coaches you can ever work with. Tactically, you have to be perfect when it comes to tactics because he doesn't want people that move out of place because he train you the movements. Training movements. He called the movement automatism. I'm sure you've heard it before. A lot of the times, we call it phase of play. Without opposition, where you pass there, you move there, you move there. He'd get us doing all those movements so that when it comes to a game, it happens natural. You see now players move all over the place. You could never do that with Machine.
Tactical discipline is not there.
When you don't have tactical discipline, you will never play for Machine.
I know Mpumalanga you did well. But now, the best of Ngoma was at Cape Town City, bro. How did that move come around and what was it all about? You were the best assist player in the PSL back then. Did you get an award for that? First of all, did you get an award for that? As the best assist in the PSL? And what happened to you though? What happened to you in Cape Town? You just came out and people knew who you were.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where they say when the players are at their peak. I think I was at my peak that time because the same people that I was playing with at Ace as well, some of them don't want to relocate because now the status is being sold to Cape Town to join committees.
So
Black Aces now moves to Cape Town and changes the name. It relocates. Now it's Cape Town City.
So you were one of the players that were kept by...
That were kept, yes. They wanted to keep a lot of the players, but a lot of players didn't want to move to Cape Town. I was like, what, Cape Town? Because...
Yeah, so Hamas, you from the Hamas Club. That's like one of those
guys.
Limpopo is dry. Now you're next to the beach and you're like, hey, you thinking about the beach and all that.
Oh, Jesus.
So
now the team relocates to Cape Town. I think they keep about 13 of us. And we arrive in badges also, like the first 5 travel. But that week where now I have to pack, I'm packing. And I'm like, I'm really relocating.
How was it working with Benny, bro? Like, Benny...
One of the good guys, man. Because I had played... The time I joined Pirates, he was at Pirates. So I got to train with him for those few weeks before I went out on loan. Because when I came back, I think he had retired then.
Yeah.
So he had known me from there. He's like, oh... No, when they brought him in, new coach. But that time, I'm injured because 16-17 season, do well, get national team call-up. That's when I got injured.
What was it? Like, what injury?
Knee injury. Now, it was the MCL. And then now Eric is going.
Yeah, Eric.
They're bringing Benny.
Yeah, Benny, yeah.
Now I'm injured. I just had my op. So I'm meeting Benny, but I'm injured, so I'm doing my rehab. But of course, he likes me because he's seen me play. He doesn't want to rush me back. Of course, I do my rehab, and then I come back.
Were you the same? Be honest. After that injury, were you
I was
same,
not the same. The first...
I tell people that, bro. Like, it's...
Did you,
were you feeling the pain most of the time?
You come back... I think you have to... Because... The doctors, the physios, they tell you when you come back, there'll be that a bit of discomfort that you'll experience, which I did experience, because when I came back, I had to strap my knee like I'm playing rugby. So the first few games, I feel that pain, but when I come back, my first game back, boom, I score again against Super Sports. We were playing in Nelspruit. I don't know whose game it was, if it was our game or their game. We draw 1-1. Good comeback. I come back and I score. Okay, we play. Now, Benny, because he brought me as a sub. Now, as the season goes, now he starts introducing me. I come in, I start. I assist at Loftus. We score. We win 1-0. Unfortunately, after I assisted, I think early second half, I try sprint my hamstring. But that time now,
this guy.
But it happens, because I remember the physios, not the physios at the club, but the physios, because I spoke to the physio at Sundowns, because he had heard that I was injured.
Yeah.
He told me that usually happens when you come back from a serious injury, like a knee or something. There should be a muscle injury around the corner. Then from there on, you can kick on and play.
So what? You were told about, they knew that, maybe because the movement is a bit awkward.
Oh, exactly.
So what do they say? What's the word that I'm looking for? So because you trying to protect that knee,
you compensate. So the other muscles have to compensate.
Okay.
So now I had my hamstring that December, because it was the last game to going into the, that December break we usually get.
Yeah.
But then Sundowns has been calling the office. They will say, hey, we want this guy. I couldn't go because I was injured. So now rehab, I came back from the knee up. Now they saw, okay, this guy is still has something. There he played against us, assisted. The man calls.
How many, like, how many years did you sign on that contract there, Cape Town City? So you signed what? So when you transited from
Aces.
Aces to
Cape Town.
Yeah, so you were on how many years of like 2 years. Contract? 2 years, right? 2 years. So like now you were left with one.
Exactly.
You were on your last one.
But on that last one, what happens is I have a good season. Now the boss can see, hey, this guy will play one more season and live for free. Yeah.
Oh.
The boss says, my friend, come to the office. Here's a new contract. Here's a nice package for you.
Smart guy. Now you older now. You wiser.
Now I'm wise. I'm like, I'm here. Let me relax. Sign a new contract. I sign a 3-year contract.
This guy signs. But did you know that Sundowns was like one at your services as well?
Yeah, I knew.
So why did you sign?
Because I felt I'm happy here.
Oh.
I'm playing.
Okay.
If Sundowns really want me, it's Sundowns.
They're gonna have to come and
pay. They're gonna have
to
come and pay.
Is that what you wanted, or it was more like, okay, I'm comfortable here, I'm okay here?
I'm okay here. I'm comfortable here, and the
team make money.
And the team sees my value. They're offering me a new contract.
Yeah.
I'm happy to sign. I'll sign.
Sundowns, they don't stop pushing.
They don't stop pushing.
Even after that.
And it wasn't only Sundowns, eh? Chiefs was also in the mix.
For real?
Yeah.
So what made you choose Sundowns?
Because I remember Arthur called me.
So why did you go to Chiefs? Why did you choose Sundowns?
Because I had signed a new contract.
Yeah, I understand it. So like the money was better at Sundowns.
It's not even about the money.
What was
Sundowns was willing to pay what Cape Town City was asking. So Chiefs wanted to find out how many years are left on my contract, and I told them
it's just 3 extra.
I hadn't signed, and I told them I'm left with a year.
You on your last year?
I'm on my last year, basically. And they said, okay, don't sign anything.
Okay.
Wait, don't sign anything. Now, when the boss comes, the chairman of Cape Town City comes in with a new contract, I'm thinking, now I must wait another 12 months on this salary, where else I can improve my finance immediately. I was like,
where you're coming from, yeah. So you went for security more than anything.
Security.
Because Chiefs didn't put anything on the table?
Exactly. They said wait for the season.
For the end of the season?
Yeah.
They were going to give you, they were going to give you the money that you wanted. So Chiefs, they don't, so how Chiefs works, right?
Tell me, since you've been there.
So how Chiefs works, it's more like they knew that you left with, let's say, 5 more months to go. So they'd rather give you the money than give the team.
Okay.
Right? So they'd say, okay, fine, we're not going to spend
Millions.
Sundowns are willing to spend 10 million to buy you because they see value in you, right? Not that Chiefs don't see value in you, but they look at it in the sense that we can save money. So rather than giving the team 10 million, let's give you the 5 million.
Let's give you the 5 million.
The 5 million. So we're not gonna.
You come free, and then we get.
You get the big salary. You got your signing on fee.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality.
Model. Okay.
But now Sundowns, they more aggressive and more like, we're not gonna wait for you. We need you. What you need you now.
Right now. Yeah.
Now you're still fresh, right? You're still doing well. And then you're gonna get to Sundowns. You're still doing well, right? Chiefs, end of the season, you might not be the same, Aubrey.
There's no guarantees.
There's no guarantees, right?
Yes.
So that's what the problem is with Kaizer Chiefs now. When they buy in the players, they wait for them to come out of contracts, and now the teams are letting them go because the teams they see that Aubrey is not the same. Now we're letting you go.
But also remember the time that also Chiefs is waiting. The teams hear that, oh, this one is already speaking to Chiefs. He might go to Chiefs. They stop playing you. Because now they've heard that
That's another thing.
You see, now you stop
thing.
playing
Yes.
for the next 6 months. Now
In your case, I understand why you signed because it's also that. So if you didn't sign with the boss was going to be like,
okay.
He already knows that probably Chiefs wants you.
Yeah.
That's why he's not signing, right?
Yeah.
He's not signing. No, he's not signing. He's going to tell Benny, don't play.
Now go there. There's big names. I'm not guaranteed I'm going to play.
You got the money though.
Yeah, I got the money. I have to prove now that I deserve to play. Which, it's so unfortunate because I come in after the injury. I come in as a sub then I play well. Boom. They give me a start. Free State Stars. Go start.
Where you playing? Where are you playing? Away?
I'm playing at home. Loftus.
One of the worst team to play against.
Free State Stars.
To give it a chance to play against.
Tough. But we dominate the game. I play well, combination play. But the coach could see, I could also feel that after 60 minutes, I was starting to.
Of course, you haven't played in a long time.
I haven't played in a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm playing well. I played well that game. I played well. Mind you, the next game we're playing is Pirates.
Oh, so they're fixing you. They probably
They're trying
preparing
to,
you. For that.
preparing me for Pirates.
Yeah.
Play well. 60 minutes up, coach takes me out. The fans happy with because I even created a penalty for the first goal. We scored from it.
That's your bread and butter, bro. Like, that's what they pay you.
Exactly. They pay you to create for the team, which I do. And then, because we played midweek, we think we played on Tuesday. Weekend, we're playing Pirates. Thursday, preparation. I'm in the starting lineup.
So you can see how you're going to start.
I can see I'm starting. Now I'm getting fired to play now because it's a what's this? It's a different story playing for Mpumalanga Black Aces or for Tuks against Pirates. Now it's Chiefs against Pirates.
That's massive.
It's Sundowns against Pirates. Now it's a massive game.
Yeah.
There's
bragging rights at
exactly.
stake.
There's a whole lot at stake.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to lose the game.
Pirates, but they're like Sundowns. What is Sundowns? Because they're like the oldest team in the country, right?
Yes.
And they used to win and stuff. Now, Sundowns at that point, they like the most dominant team in the PSL era.
Exactly. Now training, trying to jump up, boom, growing.
This guy. Dude, like.
Now
How old are you then?
I'm 27, I think.
Aubrey, come on, bro. You know what happens when the hamstring pull? It's the second time.
28. That time was the time was the hamstring after the knee injury. Now it's the groin.
Did it pull again? Did it pull totally, or you just torn a bit?
Just a bit where when you try sprint, you can feel that you're not 100%.
Do you understand that? A lot of people don't understand that the more you pull that hamstring, your pace. You're slowing. So you're no longer like that explosive
and
like you
fast.
used to.
Yeah.
What does that do to you when you pull that, dog? Like, what happens? Coach is probably thinking, what did I do? Did that just waste my 8 million here?
Probably
you feel like that?
Probably the coach is thinking that, and I'm thinking, did it have to happen just before playing Pirates? couldn't it happen after when I've played, because I wanted to play in such a big game?
Of course, yeah.
And then I have to sit out another 2 weeks. Of course, there's a lot of players there. Whether you're playing or not, the team will still win.
Yeah, it keeps on going.
Now they keep going, they're winning. Can you imagine now I have to work myself back in again? Because these guys are winning now.
How long did that take? I know you never, from that you never came back.
Never came back.
So what did that do to, personally, what did that do to you? Like, really?
I just think my partner and I had just had a kid that time.
The firstborn or the
firstborn, yes. So I think that was that's what kept me going, the motivation to keep going, because I think that was you see, at Pirates it was bad.
You were still young.
But I was still young. I was like, okay, I'll still get opportunities. It's okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, from here, where am I going to go? I'm looking at my age, because, in the country, once you now start approaching 30, now
34, you out. Like, they literally, like...
They write you off. Now I'm there, like 29, 28. Now we get to a point where I'm like, what's happening? Because now, train, call the team, you're not there, go home. Train, call the team, you there, sit on the bench, don't come on. Train, be part of because that time they were still taking, it was 18 players that make the squad.
Yeah.
Take 20, be the 2 that goes and sits up.
Sit in the stands for in case if somebody gets sick or something, yeah.
But
so you were always that player.
Yeah, I was always that player that go to camp but never makes the team. When I make the team, I'm on the bench. I never come on. It went on for a very long time.
What does that do to your player, bro? Like,
mentally, I think mentally I was exhausted. I was in a dark place, in a dark place.
Dog, like it's just crazy, like, because like a lot of people don't understand the stresses that football players go through. They always see us thinking, we enjoying, it's fun and all of that, but the stresses, and like, I hope you did go for counseling for.
Yeah, I did. I did. I think I had to, because if I didn't, I don't think I would have survived. Because a lot of the people resort to alcohol, where else I was fortunate enough to have.
Are you a drinker or you don't drink?
I do drink alcohol.
But so you never went into
But I never went deep where now I would come to training drunk. Even if you ask one of the most professional players when I was not playing.
So you were on the edge though. You were on the edge.
I was on the edge. Like, there were moments where I felt, you know what, let me just get this thing out of my chest and just tell the coach how I'm feeling. But I'd be like, you know what, respect. You were raised with respect. Keep it that way. Even if the coach might not talk to you, might not play you, but the level of respect you give him, if they don't return it back, it's on them. You've done your part. So I did my part. I never misbehaved. There were never stories. I didn't come to training. I came late. It's always on time. I train well. I do everything right, but I know I won't play. So I had to do my side so that I don't feel guilty. Maybe I didn't play because I was late. I was bad behavior. There were players where they'd come to training drunk, half drunk,
because they couldn't handle the pressure. You handled the pressure better.
Get fined, but still be on the field.
You become rebellious. You're like, whatever, I don't play.
Exactly.
It's easier to fall into that. But shout out to your wife, dog. Like, because a lot of players, once they start not doing well and losing the money, they end up like, getting divorced. Like, their partners leaving them and all of that. And I know, obviously, for a partner, obviously, everybody wants security.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And like, your wife stuck with you regardless of your hard times and whatever, as much as she was there when you were doing well.
Yes.
And then not a lot of people can do that. And, I hope you wake up most of the time, you're like, dude, you appreciate her, you make it aware that, she's important in your life and whatever, because the period that you went through, I know it, you know what I mean? And I understand where you come from, and seeing you still looking good and still being a family man that you are, You know, we're still trying to play with the youngies on Thursdays.
You know,
at
trying to keep
5-a-side,
up. Yeah.
trying to keep up with the youngies, even if they're making us run all over the place. But you gotta appreciate, and a lot of people have to understand that, the foundation and success and everything in life is like, understanding yourself. You are gonna go through like, hard times.
Hard times.
But understand that family is important.
It's very important.
And keep on doing that, bro. Like you keep on loving your family as you do.
It brings stability. Even now, of course, I think that the transition from playing, because I know you're probably itching to ask me if I'm still playing or I'm not playing.
Yeah, what's going on? Are you retired, bro? You're still 34, you know that. 34, 35.
Yeah, well,
you tried
in
somewhere.
my head,
I saw
35.
you like in some few teams and whatever, like,
In my head, I'm 35 now, and
the body says otherwise.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
head
35 because I'm turning 35 in September. And I think I'm at the stage, man, when I look at the football now, I think maybe the football, I don't know if it has left me behind or what's happening now is not what I'm comfortable with. And I don't think I want to be in that space as a player. Maybe something else, yeah, but I think as a player, in my head, I think I'm done.
Alright, bro. Like, dog, like, thanks for coming through and sharing your story with us. Appreciate it. I know, like, you hardly do those interviews. Good luck to, like, that tax training that you're doing with them. Like, I don't know, maybe be a coach, man. Maybe be a coach.
Yeah, it's something something I'm considering, because now and then I help my friend who coaches the SAB team there.
Yeah.
So I think I've been doing it with him now for about 6 months, and it's something that I feel passionate about. It's something that I would want to go into, because I just want to help the next generation.
Give back, bro. Give back, yeah.
Yeah. So
we can't all be coaches. I choose the other direction. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how you're gonna be keeping up with those kids. I was a naughty kid, so I don't know, like, if I can do it like you guys be doing. But
they are naughty kids.
Yeah, but thanks for coming through, my boy. Like, I know I'm gonna be playing with you. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. We're playing Indo. We're making those boys run. I know they're making us run all over the place. But
new season,
shout outs.
We finish higher than we did this past season.
I mean, we've gained weight. We can't even move like we used to. But it's
all that depends on consistency of the guys arriving. Because I have a podcast that I must do with Bali. I can't come.
Who's in your team again? Who's in your team?
It's you. It's Lefa. There's a guy called Terminator.
He hardly shows up.
He has never been. He's always working. I don't know if his job is only on Thursdays.
Always on TV, that guy, man.
Yeah, but Thursdays, what are they doing Thursdays?
Nah, man. Like, let the guys relax. They've been running
need to see if he can still run.
Yeah. But yeah, at home, guys, like, thanks for the support. Keep on supporting us. You can find us on Spotify. You can also find us on, like, Apple Music. And also you can go on mtnfc.co.za to find those, like, like behind the scene footages. Like, we'll be making fun. There's other things also in there. So, like, keep on supporting, guys. We appreciate your support. Thank you. And see you next time. Hola.